Hello guys and welcome. Spider-Man Homecoming is about to be released soon, and if you play at least one Marvel game, there are chances you're already able to enjoy the fiesta this week. We will start by quickly review which games received special events or updates in relation with Spider-Man Homecoming. Marvel Contest of Champions takes after the original scenario of Spider-Man Homecoming, as Peter receives a costume from Tony Stark while being assigned a certain number of missions. This is a nice touch from MCC, as a whole new set of quests and achievements are created around this storyline. Marvel Future Fight did not forget about our friend either. A suit has been added for Peter, and it's the suit he wore in Civil War, when Peter meets Tony for the first time. The Vulture will also be joining the party, and he is said to be wearing the new Homecoming suit, which is by far sexier than the original suit, by the way. And now for the nostalgia, we're getting a set of 6 really badass villains from back in the days when Spider-Man was the first real hero with a big mouth. You'll be able to play with Sandman, Lizard, Kraven, Rhino, Mysterio, and the Vulture once you beat them. Spiderman Unlimited did not overdo it, but you'll be sure to be fighting the new boss battle against the Vulture while wearing 2 new suits. Nice. Marvel Avengers Academy strangely has the most fitting storyline since Peter Parker is back on the campus, and he will have to fight the Vulture who's trying to ruin the Homecoming dance. Okay, this is a bit light. New heroes are also introduced in order to help you fight the Party Crasher. That's about it for the game news, but we'd like to take a little moment to talk about the Vulture in the original comics and how he may turn out to be in the movie. The Vulture in Homecoming will be Adrian Toomes, the original Vulture. We can count 2 main Vultures in the general Marvel universes: Adrian Toomes, whose story we will cover a bit later, and Blackie Drago, Toomes' cellmate who simply stole his costume. Now, some of the Vultures existed. One especially gross is the Clifton Charlotte version, who did not use a costume. He thought it would be better to directly mutate into a Vulture. His story is rather sad and kind of looks like the Lizard one, but it's just very gross, to be honest. Coming back to Adrian Toomes, if you did not know him before, it's fine. He was initially a very sketchy Spider-Man villain, and I personally never understood how he was a threat. But somehow, the Vulture has always been part of the various Sinister Six teams, a team designed by Dr. Octopus to definitely get rid of the Spider-Man. So there should be a reason for the Vulture to always be prominently represented as the Spider's nemesis, right? His wings allow him to fly, but also give him extra strength. Yet, I bet you noticed that he was rather old, right? So adding strength to an old man makes him an averagely strong evil guy, I guess. Toomes finds a way to fix this issue on more than one occasion, though, and finds a way to regain his youth and even his hair. In the comics, Toomes stars as a remorseless killer, but it seems like his repeated encounters with the Spider brought some human feelings in his old man's heart, and the relation between Spider-Man and the Vulture became something almost iconic. As you very well know, the Homecoming Spider-Man's Peter Parker is a teenager, as he initially was in his first appearance in 1962. While his parents have already been murdered by the Red Skull. In the original story, Peter gets his power when he's 15 years old, and since in Homecoming Peter is clearly not a fully developed superhero, we can assume he will be between 16 to 18 years old. So from here, it's not sure how the relation between the Vulture and Spider-Man in Homecoming will turn out to be, but it's hard to imagine the same kind of relation will exist. As displayed in the trailer, the Vulture is very less human, very close to a killing machine, or at least that's what the trailer shows in some of the few shots, while Peter Parker is still a teenager, unsure of his talents. The way we could predict the relation towards the end of the movie during the final face-off would be the good old PV Spidey throwing jokes as he throws his webs at a disgruntled old fart. Or at least I'd love it. To finish, we were wondering why they decided to use the Vulture as a villain this time. Historically, we had the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Sandman, Spider-Man 4 was supposed to talk about the Lizard and Mysterio, but never happened. Vulture and Felicia Hardy were also planned to appear, with the great John Malkovich as the Vulture. That's amazing. And Felicia as his female counterpart. That's original. Among all those names, Vulture remains one of the most iconic Spider-Man enemies. Even more if they manage to get actors such as Michael Keaton or even John Malkovich to play the role. So the choice was pretty obvious, if you wanted to make a movie out of digging out classics. One little thing is sticking here. We're all fine with the choice of the Vulture and it goes in line with the choices made in the past, but who will be left for a future Spider-Man movie? If they plan to stick to the roots, they will have to dig up another old school enemy and there's not much left with a big name in the end. We personally would love to see Kraven come back, simply because he is the perfect mix of badass and ridiculous at the same time. Who do you think Spider-Man should be facing in the future sequels? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!